Graduate of the Comedy Workshop of Atlanta. He has appeared at the Punchline of Atlanta. He's from Clinton, South Carolina. I want y'all to put your hands together for Tommy Ramage, y'all. Put your hands together. Show him some love.
All right, thank you, Mike Goodwin. All right, just tell you folks a little about me before we get started. I don't consider myself to be an exceptionally ignorant man, but almost everything confuses me. Here's a few of the things that make me lie awake at night and stare at the ceiling. What would Geronimo say if he jumped out of an airplane? If you have more than one mongoose, do you have mongeese? Does Santa Claus have a summer home at the South Pole? If he does that mean he's bipolar? That would certainly explain all the socks and underwear I got for Christmas. And after 49 years, I still ain't got that damn pony. I've been on the road a lot lately, and I'm going to tell you, those rest areas and welcome centers really have become a haven for prostitutes. And that'll really mess up your schedule. You know, thank you. Me too. You know, I hope I make it in this comedy business, you know, but if I don't, it's okay. I've got a backup plan. I'm going to be a marriage counselor. I just got to wait till my divorce is final. I would have loved to have been a doctor, but I'd have never made it. The most simple of procedures confuse me. Take, for example, do you realize that if you have explosive diarrhea, they'll give you this little tiny pill to swallow. But if you're vomiting profusely, they'll give you a suppository. Ain't that odd? I tell you, it's tough to hang on to a regular job when you got ADD. I know it's always made me end up back at the grocery store bagging groceries. Like this one time, I was a customer service rep for a cell phone company. One day, this absolutely gorgeous lady walked into the store wearing about a half of a miniskirt. Well, my ADD kicked in, and unfortunately, the words coming out of her mouth just wasn't what I had my attention focused on. Well, as it turns out, what she said was, I want unlimited text. After the lawsuit was settled, I bagged some more groceries. I've always considered myself to be, thank you. I've always considered myself to be a sensitive guy. You know, I care about people's feelings. Just the other week, I was in my hotel room, and this lady started moaning and crying like I had never experienced before. Well, since those sounds weren't coming from my room, I stepped out into the hall. The hotel maid ran out of the next room, and I grabbed her. She said that the guy in 615 was dead. I tried to calm her down, but folks, she jerked away from me and she hit that stairwell like Dabo Sweeney trying to get out of Williams-Brice Stadium. I remember telling her, I said, honey, I don't think that's what that sign means that says in case of emergency, use stairs. But I stepped into this guy's room, and sure enough, he had hung himself. Or is it hanging himself? Yeah, it must be hanged because he really wasn't hung. But anyway, she was right. But this guy had the most awesome pair of boots I'd ever seen in my life, and they fit me perfectly. I couldn't do it. I thought he might want to be buried with his boots on, you know. But I knew he wasn't going to be needing that bottle of Vicodin. Well, while we're on the subject of medicine, I was going through my cabinets, And I just couldn't believe the number of bottles of medicine that we had accumulated that were long out of date. You ever done that? Yeah, that's rough, ain't it? I found a box of X-Lax that was 10 years old. That's right. The lady at the Poison Control Center said throw it out. It caused severe diarrhea. Imagine that. But I did discover a way to save money on our grocery bill. We had 2 different kinds of chocolate chip cookies that were out of date. Now, I know you may find that hard to believe, but the first was the original kind. They're supposed to be hard and crunchy. They'd become soft and stale. The other was the soft and chewy kind. They'd become dried out and brittle. So I just switched the boxes, put them back in the cabinet. And as it turns out, we didn't even need that X-Lax. That's my time, folks. I appreciate you. Hope to see you all again. Thank you.
All right, y'all, let's give it up for Tommy Ramage.